Hey guys, welcome to another episode of DevTalks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering and technology wise. In this video, diving into why somebody would quit their job at Amazon. So, I have a guess to why. If he's in Seattle or Washington, wherever that one place is at, I can have a pretty good guess why. But we're gonna find out first before we figure out some information. Did a vlog. This is a channel by Wise Pup. I don't know um who exactly he is, but I will leave his link to his channel in the description down below. After this, if you guys like his content, go subscribe. And without further ado, before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share. And stick around, you guys. We might learn some things together. We cover a lot of stuff in tech, and hey, we're building a great community and family here. So let's dive in.
So I'm quitting my software engineering job at Amazon.
Oh, I miss you guys for real.
And the permission to do it has to come. Thoughts and feelings as to why I'm leaving and just recording the entire process. The VMA program allows creators exclusive benefits. You don't expose VIP status to users. About like a year ago, we did like a revamp of the VIP system. The SLA for that will be around 12 hours. If you're a non-VIP user, a 10-day SLA to get it reviewed by a manual operator. If you're a VIP user, you're eligible for a VIP amount of this is that law. Can I do a large Spanish latte? Of the new things web development, and I feel like I've gotten to a plateau of the new things that I'm learning. I want to have a fresh start and a change of pace so that I can have a lot more skills under my tool. Ice, please. That'd be it for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm quitting my software engineering job at Amazon. Here's why. So I've been in my current role for 2.5 years doing web development, and I feel like I've gotten to a plateau of the new things that I'm learning. I want to have a fresh start and a change of pace so that I can have a lot more skills under my tool belt. And the other reason that I'm leaving is burnout. Now, don't get me wrong, the workload that I had was pretty manageable, but I think it's the fact that I do content creation and I work a 9 to 5, and a lot of my content is revolved around what I do at work. So I feel that even on the weekends, I never have a chance to fully turn off my brain. And then the third reason I'm leaving is return to office 5 days a week. Amazon is transitioning from a hybrid work schedule.
Called it. He's in Seattle. That's the only reason why. I bet you guys that is the only reason why he is leaving Amazon. And we've covered this reason a lot. They did this intentionally, because if you're not gonna come back to work and come to office, hey, like he's gonna lose so much extra time. So to dive in onto this, we pretty much don't even need to follow everything else. If he let's let him finish explaining why he's leaving first, and then we'll dive into all of this. But before this started, I said, I guess if you're in that area, it's because of RTO, and Amazon does that intentionally. They did that intentionally because if you want to leave, you're going to leave on your own. They don't have to do a layoff. This is pretty much a layoff where people are going to quit on their own, and they don't have to pay out no severances or anything like that. So they're all good from it regardless. So let's just continue on. Here any other detailed reasonings. But yes, it is definitely hard to do content creation when you have to travel to work, come back. But it also is due to how well do you want to grow? How much do you want to grow? As a content creator, how much work are you willing to put into it? I mean, I don't have as many subscribers as you do at this point, but you're still a small channel to some extent. I feel like having a 9 to 5 and not leaving unless you have something already lined up is a big detriment for starters. It is a big detriment. You're cutting out most of your income and things. So I would hope that he gets into other jobs that he has, unless YouTube and content creation is paying him a lot off of 1,000 subscribers. I'm not sure. But this is just like the typical rule that I definitely go by. I'm not leaving anywhere unless I have a job lined up already. I'm staying where I'm put, even if I can't grow. And that's another topic I want to talk about too. I'm going to just let him finish before I go to this topic, but it's the topic about growing and feeling like you plateaued in the engineering space. But we'll dive into that more in a little bit.
schedule to 5 days in office. And when I got hired for this role, I only had to come in 2 days a week. And I live 1.5 hours away from work, so only coming in twice a week was pretty manageable for me. But doing that commute 5 days a week, that's a bit much for me. And if I were to move to a new city just for work, I really wanted to open up my options to other cities and other companies outside of LA. And the fourth reason I'm leaving is I wanted to take a break and maybe take a gap year. Ever since I graduated college, I went straight into the interview prep and job hunt, and it was always go, 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 go. And I never got to fully take a break to enjoy the wins that I got out of life. So me quitting and taking a break and a gap year is me putting my foot off the pedal to just relax and recharge. I really want to re-explore old passions of mine and learn and build new things that I'm interested in. I really don't know what's in store for me next, but I really wanted to take the time to document this journey of me trying to figure it out. And hopefully some of you all can relate and hopefully take that leap of faith with me.
I don't agree. I'm so sorry. I don't know what your real name is because I wish I did. I know this is the first video I've seen of his, but it sounds like you don't have a plan. I mean, I get, like the passion stuff that you want to try to go back to and work on and all of those things in that regard. I can understand that for sure. There's a lot of passion projects of mine that I have, and I can't work on everything with my 9 to 5. So on my weekends, I'm very busy, and I have this channel, and I have another channel that I'm spinning up and getting into, which is my personal one, this year, too, and I'm getting more into it this year. Expect to post once a week on that channel in some type of manner or way. I'm going to grind them out, but and then I have all my other side projects and stuff. But I will never quit for a gap year. I went into straight graduation, and I didn't even do interview prep. I was interviewing prepping when I was in school. I got an internship and then I got a return offer. So as soon as I graduated, I took a month off as a like vacation kind of thing, and then I went to work. I took a month off, started the new year with just running into a new position and everything, and getting my career on track and doing that. So in that standard, I can understand. I don't know how long it took him to actually get into Amazon and with that not, and potentially not even having an internship. He actually interviewed there. So that's dope to even get into that position and stuff. But I can't agree with that sentiment of, hey, I'm just going to relax and stuff. Look, I know Amazon has good, probably PTO benefits and things to that regard. I know a lot of people who work in Fang who do many different stuff. You see it online constantly of all these people doing different things to that regard. It does suck. You live an hour and a half away. That is the main. I guarantee you that's 90% of the reason to why he's quitting from Amazon. If he's not, he can let me know in the comments down below, because he will be added in the description below, and we can actually talk more about it in an interview, because I am starting interviews this year. I'm reaching out today to double check and cross reference with somebody who I'm going to be doing an interview with, and having some new recording software and stuff going to. Big plans this year of 2025. But I definitely can't agree with that part. Sir, I'm sorry. Can't feel that. I definitely can understand breaks and stuff, but not anything else. And we're going to skip around because we kind of only interested into the fact of why he would be leaving a Fang company. For me, a lot of you guys who stick around for a while, I don't like Fang companies. There's barely any I would ever apply to. If I was to apply for one, it would be Meta, probably. And that's only because I like a lot of the stuff that Meta is doing over there as a company, except for like the censorship stuff. I'm talking about product wise, for Meta, and I would work at Nvidia probably. They're not considered quote unquote Fang, but you guys get what I mean for that. And maybe Netflix, maybe. That's a big maybe. Tesla is a potential. I wouldn't work at Tesla as an engineer, maybe a management role, or some type of architectural role. But yeah, let's continue on with him. This is about him.
I dreaded having a conversation of leaving my job between my friends, family, and manager, and I kept pushing it off for like weeks on end. Deep down, I was hoping that they would talk me out of this decision because this was going to be a very significant change in my life and something that I'm too afraid to make the decision for myself. But to my surprise, my family wasn't against it and my manager was in full support. And when I heard these words, I felt a huge relief come out of my shoulders. It meant the world to me knowing that I had their full support and that I should take the leap of faith and go for it. And when I talked about it with my friends and my colleagues, they were all super excited and supportive of me at my next chapter in life. Yes, it is very bittersweet that I won't be able to see them, but they really want the best for me. And that's when I realized that the people who really care about you and love you, they're gonna support you no matter the decision that you make. I feel like so many of us overthink the decisions we're going to make and how it impacts the people around us, and that we don't want to let them down and disappoint them. I feel like culturally growing up as an immigrant kid, I feel like I'm always looking for someone's blessing to do something. But now that I'm an adult, I really don't need people's permission to leave and quit a job. I don't need people's permissions to chase my dreams. I don't need people's permissions to say, go for it and do whatever the fuck you want. That mentality is so ingrained in my head, and that is something I definitely need to unlearn. I'm an adult now, and I can make my own decisions. And at the end of the day, people's advice are just advice. If you need to make a big decision in life, the act of doing it and the permission to do it has to come from within, not from external factors. You need to have the trust and the courage and the belief in yourself that you can do it, because those around you that are supporting you are always going to be rooting for you.
So I think that's about it that he mentioned in his video for why he would be joining and leaving. Back to my point about growth, I would have never thought Amazon would have been a place that you could plateau at. And I say this because I know how a lot of technical companies work. As a software engineer myself, I know how my companies worked. I know how other friends have companies have worked. So I find it hard to believe that you couldn't make a swap unless you were either nervous. And I don't want to sound like I'm critical to him. Let's take him out of this aspect here. This isn't critical to him. This is for everybody else, and this is the advice that I would give. So for one experience that I know with my friend that his job does, as because he's a software engineer as well too, that we graduated together with, he his job switches them around every so often to different teams to work on different kinds of stuff. So their experiences grow and expertise widen up from that kind of standpoint. And then for me, my job, I know that if I wanted to do something new, two things are first, I have a great manager. My manager asks us what are some new things we want to learn and work on, and we get involved in different stuff so that we can grow holistically. I think that's the right way to use that word. If not, correct me. But yeah, we have a way to grow within our actual team and stuff. But we are also constantly asked, what are other things we can work on? And if I really wanted to work on something that has nothing to do with our team, I'm guaranteed that they would try to find another spot for me within the company so that I can grow as an engineer in that aspect as well. I had a teammate that switched to something more ML related and things that was amazing for her and everything. So I know it's possible. I know we do it. And I bet a bunch of other companies do it as well too, so that your engineers just don't plateau and they focus on one thing. Because one thing that I want to say is you want to concentrate on stuff that are very important in the industry, especially which are growing and going into that. But you also don't want to be tied down to one skill set. You don't want to only be able to be an engineer that can adapt to anything else and you're stuck inside of the one concentration that you focused on for 5 years or however long you've been in it. You definitely don't want to be in that boat at all. And that's the advice that I'm going to give to anybody. I'm telling you, this is why I feel like 90% of it is him having to commute at 3 hours every single day. And that's why he can't get any business done or any of his channel stuff done. If he has to switch from hybrid to doing that 100% of the time, 5 days a week, it just doesn't make sense. It's almost taken up another half, part-time job just in travel time alone and doing things. Or maybe you unless he can move closer or whatever, but it seemed he already made up his mind. He left. In the end of the video, it talks about his last stand-up and his last day. It's great that he has a lot of support around him and everything. And like I said, his link will be in the description below. If you like his content, subscribe, and hopefully he has some other content we can react to in the future. And if you guys want to see an interview with him, just to kind of get more perspective of how it is for engineers that are leaving in this standpoint, let me know. I'll add them to the list. We can kind of see which month we can schedule it in, because right now I already have one planned, but we can always back it up and we can always move interviews around in order depending on what's going on in the world. I know RTO is a big thing for Amazon right now, so if a lot of people want to see that, then that's what we will go with for sure. But without further ado, thank you all for diving into this video of Dev Talks. If you want to see more videos like this or send me videos, go to the description below. Send me an email with the email down below. And if you want to take part in any business and things like that, send an email to that email also. And then I'll try to go through and review everything that's being sent and accumulated into that email and cover it as much as possible. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share. I really enjoy and appreciate everybody who's joined the community so far in this last year. We had the best growth ever on this channel of the 2 years. And we're just making the content better and better as time goes on. And we're going to try to figure out how we can grow as well, too. Without further ado, if you want to see more videos like this, click the video that pops up right about now. And peace. See y'all next time.